Hi guys! So I was not planning to make this video, but I see a lot of other YouTubers and influenced people here on social media talking about the VERO social app. And I just want to put my thoughts in the pot here to try to make this a bit more varied, because a lot of these people are just like copying the GOAT himself, Peter McKinnon, and saying the stuff that he did. And although I respect Peter McKinnon a lot, I do not agree with him on this topic. And I think it is good to have some other points and ideas out here on social media to make this conversation or discussion a bit more dual-sided. And just remember, the more influence you have, the bigger your agenda yourself will be. I'm not saying that Peter McKinnon has a big agenda, but you never really know why he would talk positive about VERO. Also, the fact that he know these people and they invite him to Lake Como should ring some of your alarm bells when he starts to talk positive about this app. Anyway, let's hear my thoughts about why I don't think that VERO will kill Instagram in any way. So first of all, VERO is not a new app. It has existed for at least 5 years. I remember when it came out and it was talked about and hyped to be something new and great. It really never took off, and it kind of just went away, and the only thing it killed was itself. And as I remember it back then, you had to get a referral to use the app, and then you could become like a founding member of the app. I don't know if this still exists, but yeah, that was how it started back then, but without taking off and being popular in any way. I did not use the app that much back then, but I did try it out and I became one of the first to use it. But I still see some of the mistakes from the app back then being used today, and therefore I don't think it will be more popular this time either. First of all, the app is really slow. It's lagging when you use it, and this will just kill any motivation to use this app if you ask me, because I don't have time to wait for the app to load a page when I click on a button. So they really need to fix this if they have any dreams of being the new social media app that people want to use. Second of all, I think this app wants to do too much. Of course, it could be a good thing that you can share all these different kind of stuff like photos, videos, music, games, apps, web pages and stuff like this. But usually if anything does something well, it is because it sticks to one thing. Like the major restaurants doing really well, they have like a really simple menu card, because then they can perfect these dishes and make them really great, and they will focus on these because they do these great. And if we look at another social media app like TikTok, this is why they do so well, because they have a focus on short form video content, and that's what they do. And this is kind of funny, because one of the big criticisms about Instagram is that they want to do too much. First we got IG stories to compete with Snapchat, then we got IGTV to compete with YouTube, and now we have Reels to compete with TikTok. And people are complaining about this, but this VERO app does this, and yeah, you can time it or multiply it with 5, because it really wants to do too much. And in addition to this, at least for me, I think the app is too confusing, because you have all of these possibilities. Also, you can choose if you want to share your content with your friends or your acquaintances, or yeah, there are like 4 different kind of groups that you can share this with, and it's just too confusing for me, and I can't really see the point, because the thing that people also are criticizing Instagram about is that they don't have a big reach anymore. And if you're going to make like these different groups on your VERO, then you will not have a reach, because you will limit it to a certain amount of people. So yeah, it's just confusing and I don't see the function, but that might just be me. And let's address this about the reach, because I really think that what most people are sad about on Instagram is that their reach has gone down, because this makes you feel that your content isn't being appreciated or valued. And of course we all want validation and recognition. But to be honest, I really don't think that this is Instagram's fault, or at least it's not only their fault, because this also really comes to the consumers or users of the app. Don't get me wrong, there are a lot of creative people out there that are truly passionate about what they do, being it taking photographs, making videos, drawing or music or whatever it is. But the majority of users on these social media apps, they really just want short form digestive and easy content that they can use, digest, and throw away. This is why TikTok became so popular in the first place. And of course, all these users also exist on Instagram. Therefore, Instagram tries to make their platform usable for these consumers. And let's just face this, if ever VERO will be a popular app, these consumers will also come to VERO, and then you will be faced with the same kind of problem. So the discontent about Instagram, for me at least, or if you ask me, is more about not feeling valued in the big pool of social media and all the other users. So being it TikTok, Instagram, VERO, YouTube, or whatever kind of app this is. In general, people just want to get a lot of likes, they want new followers, and they want people to leave a nice comment on their content, because this will make you feel valuated and it will make you feel good. But the problem is that the consumers, they don't need to do this because there are a lot of content out there and they might not even have the time to do this. And just to be honest, how much have you done this yourself lately? Do you leave a comment on a photo you see on Instagram and say, whoa, this is a great photo, keep up the good work? Or do you just consume it? Do you tap it? Do you leave a heart? Or do you just look at it and go by? I think for myself at least that I am also in this pool. I never use a lot of time looking at other people's content. I do like a lot of photos, but these are the photos in my main feed. I never search about finding new people. And if I ever do this and I leave a like or a comment, I rarely get anything in return. They never say, hey, thank you, or look at my profile. So it is a lot of one-way sharing things to get recognition. But how can you expect that people should like and comment on your stuff if you don't do this on their stuff? I think I have a lot of great content on my social media, but so does a lot of other people, like a billion other people out there. So why am I special here? And I think this is another problem, because it is human nature to compare yourself with others. And I might look at another profile or some other photos that are similar to mine. It has the same quality, but they do have more followers or likes or more engagement. And then I will compare myself and think, why don't I get this? And this will make me feel bad, and it will take away my motivation to do what I eventually started to do, being creative. Because in the end, how social media have turned this out to be is that you hunt the recognition, the likes, the followers, more than the process of creating and showing your work with the world and just let it live its life out there. So I guess this rambling from me here about VERO or social media is just a criticism about social media, but also the consumers on these platforms. Because in the end, you and I, we are the ones forming these kind of social media platforms. And the different platforms are just trying to make something that they can see that we want. So if you didn't consume Reels, and if I didn't consume Reels, and I didn't make these Reels, then there would be no use for them. So in the end, I think the downfall of these social medias are just as much on you and me, but of course, it's also about how the human mind works and how we want to be recognized for the things that we do. And sadly, this can become the main driver for creating anything in the end. And it's like feeding a fish. It will never stop eating if there's something to feed it. And yeah, you will always want more like and more followers. And it is just not possible to fulfill this feeling of recognition in your mind on social media. So I think it's really hard to make any social media great again, or give you this feeling of being part of something and create as long as the focus will be on getting more followers and likes for your content. Let me hear what you think about this. I think it's an interesting discussion. Do you think this is more about VERO or Instagram, or about social media in general? Do you think that the consumers have anything in this, that we also have something to be blamed about? Social media being as good as they was once. And also remember to subscribe to the channel if you're new, because yeah, I'm also here to get new followers. And you can also follow me on Instagram. I will follow you back if you do. I don't care that much about followers over there at the moment. So let's meet up on social media, and let's try to make a new community where we appreciate each other instead of just hunting for likes and comments. Anyway, this is it for now. I will see you around in the near future with another video about photographer or video or anything in between. Boy.